Good morning, everybody. I thought I would just go live from the sofa here tonight instead of going live from my actual. If you go in that door a little bit down over like that, that's where my virtual classroom is that I do my VIP kid classes. If I'm doing anything virtual related to work or it's my, I guess it could be my office. It is actually this house was built. I don't know. I don't know when this house was built. Years ago, it was a garage. It's one of those like low roof garages. Years ago, like many people used to have then. And then the people who owned this originally then turned it into a dining room, or like either a dining room or like another living room or TV room, where like the whole wall facing the road, the street here from my house, is like windows and like an open glass door. And so I just put curtains over it and turned it into my little like workspace. So, and it's really nice. Anyway, I'm sure you really wanted to know all that about this place I live in. Funny thing, this morning I woke up at 6:30 in a panic, and I jumped out off this. I fell asleep on a sofa watching TV last night, so I actually slept a full night on the sofa. I never do that. People who know me, I'm very picky about where I sleep. And so if I'm not in a bed, then I'm up all night. I can do it. And I've gone camping and sleepovers and all that when I was younger. But I usually end up waking up, going to sleep, waking up, going to sleep. But I ended up falling asleep on the sofa last night here. And I guess I didn't wake up any until 6 a.m. I woke up in a panic thinking I had slept through all my VIP kid classes. And the reason why I panicked, because usually I'll be like, oh, shoot, that's money lost, like, whatever. But I think I'm either at 4 or 5 right now in my cancellations on my contract. And my contract will renew in October, so it's like right around the corner. I was thinking, oh, this is a bad time to mess up my VIP kid contract, because right now I'm sure they'll probably be like, oh, sorry, bye, with no chance for to apologize or anything like that, because I'm sure they're ready to downsize. They keep saying, oh, we're bringing new teachers, we're bringing more teachers in, we need everyone to stay, and you'll see they'll come on people, we're not going anywhere. I'm like, of course you're not going anywhere. You're a company, you're not going anywhere. Just your focus is changing right now with the regulations, but you're not going anywhere, but your teachers have to. So anyway, if I'm not watching television, I like to keep something going. You can see one here. I'll show you. Let me move this little table over. Right now I have like a little beach scene in Clearwater Beach, Florida. I like to keep something live there going on. Sometimes I'll turn the volume up because I like having either some kind of sound or some kind of background noise. If it's really too quiet, then I'm just like, so that's the way I am. So right now it is quiet. This particular, let me turn it up and see. And this particular video I like to watch because it's just nice to look at. It looks like the restaurant isn't open anymore because the front there is usually a restaurant with outside seating. So I guess maybe they took away their outside seating. It's kind of weird. I haven't put this live on in a while. TV. Speaking of live, I was looking at, and some of you all who do YouTube for a while, I was looking up to see how long can a live go, and this one goes like 24/7. And then I was reading somewhere in YouTube like you can only do a live 12 hours at a time, and then they cut you off for 24 hours. So I'm wondering how these people do it. I don't know. I don't plan on going live for 24 hours, or that would be too much of going on like that. I thought that'd be neat to sit like something on my porch and live in this city in West Virginia. I'm sure people would love that. You never know. So people like to see in different parts of the world. I do that. Does anyone ever ask to do that? Ever just like click on live videos or search live videos in different parts of the world? You can look at a live view of like Venice, Italy, or somewhere in Taiwan. I love watching those. It's just neat seeing a live camera view of what's going on in the world right at this moment. You can look at Key West, Florida, or you can look at anywhere really. So yeah, like this blanket. I remember growing up, we always went to Texas and Mexico. Not other side of Mexico, Texas every year, and then we would cross over because the city where my mom is from is a border town, and so which means that it's like Del Rio, Texas, and then right across the border is Acuña, Mexico, right on the Rio Grande. And so while we're down there, it was just like just going over to the next town over, just to go across over to Mexico and do shopping and do what you wanted to do. And so they would sell these blankets like this, and this is where this one was from. And then, like about 10 years ago, I saw these being sold at the local Walmart. I was like, well, that's stupid. It takes the, I used to bring these back to people's gifts because they were there. They were down there, and these were pretty cheap at the time. I think at the time they were like only like $5 or $7 like that. This was back in the like 90s, and then Walmart started selling them here, like all over the place. Like, well, that's that took away my. So I had to find another gift when I went down there. Something I do need to go down there and do. I just put in my last. I have one contact. Thankfully, both of my eyes are the same strength now. It used to be my left eye was weaker than the right eye. But my last optometry visit, they're now at the same strength. So I don't necessarily have to buy like two separate strengths of contacts. But anyway, what I'm with that is, when you cross over down there, you don't need a doctor's prescription to get contacts. And so I think I have a friend who goes over because he still has family there. He lives in Texas on the Texas side of the borderline, and he crosses over quite often to visit his mom and dad on the Mexico side of the borderline. He goes over to visit them a lot. And so I was going to ask him, of course I would send him money. I wouldn't expect him to, give him my strength because it's just like going to another, like when you're walking down the street and going to like just walking into a store and ordering your contact. You can do that there. That thing with prescription is really weird. But I was going to see if he would do that. Maybe I'll message him today because it'd be about the same price as you would pay here. So I wouldn't be getting a deal. I just wouldn't have to be going through like the whole doctor visit. I'm not against going to the doctor. I do plan on going to that. I haven't been to the optometrist since March of 2020 when they shut us all down. I happen to have. Well, I can't speak. I happen to speak English. I can't. I went to the optometrist like the week before everything was shutting down because they were prepping. They were talking about optometrists like it told us to wash our hands, and that's what we do anyway. We always wash our hands and sterilize everything between patients. So I don't know why they had to put that out there. But I went there and went and saw her and was able to get contacts, and I was able to stretch them out for this long, over a year. Because I wear contacts longer than they're supposed to be, and then I'll go for a while with glasses, and then I'll put more. So I've been able to stretch them out. I've got one contact left because I happen to have lost one yesterday. I don't know where it went. When I was washing my face, I'm usually pretty good about not losing them, but this one, I guess it was getting its time to come out anyway. So I got one contact left. So I either need to go to the eye doctor. What is today? September. Never mind. So I have my old insurance until September 31st. My new insurance starts September 1st. So I need to figure out what that is first anyway. So I may see if he's going to Mexico anytime soon. Give him my prescription strength and see if he's willing to do that. I understand if he's not. I don't want to impose on someone because then he'd have to mail him over here and all that. So he's a really good guy. He's usually like willing to help anybody. I'm looking at this beach still, and there's not a lot of people there. Yeah, it is September. I don't know what the weather is down there though. Maybe the hurricane scared a lot of people away. I don't know. I had some more to talk about and I forgot. Uh, anyway, um, yeah. So I hope everyone has a good weekend. If I'm sitting there going, yeah, it's like that means it's really time to go. Um, I was doing some little more research about different regulations changing in China, and it seems to be not just education that's being affected. They're doing like a whole revamp of stuff. For example, I was reading where they're wanting to take any man who might be effeminate off TV because they want the image of a strong male on television. And some more with actors, I saw where they were telling the movie companies, or whatever those companies, TV studios, to limit the pay that they pay actors as well, so that again, they're wanting to have their hand in that part as well, and also in their contracts, um, so that companies can have a stronger contract and they can just let people go. If someone seems to be anti-political, they've taken them off the credits of TV shows and movies and limiting their time on the air. And so there's other areas being affected with. I don't have any pants on, but I have shorts on. And so it looks like China is doing a whole revamp of the communist. Make sure everyone follows the Communist Party. They want more. To be honest with you, I think it sounds more like they're trying to push going towards like North Korea without the dictatorship. So if you're watching this from China, please let me know. I do have a friend from China that we really don't talk about what's going on there when we do communicate, because he's expressed how a lot of people are unhappy with the changes and how the government and the politicians don't listen to the people. They just do what they want to do. I'm like, well, it kind of sounds like American. And of course, here the wrong people speak up. So I was watching a video live from Cindy earlier about we need to. That wasn't a live. She was in her car. How good people need to be more vocal, and so that because the bad people aren't going to turn good on this stuff. And I agree with her. I'd agree with that. So it seems like the loud people are the ones who aren't the good people. I guess they think they're good, but they're not good. And some of them, they know they have ill intentions. They just want to, again, they're here for personal gain for that. One thing I thought about doing, I have a couple of teenagers, maybe 2 or 3, on WeChat, but I don't know how risky it would be to get their point of view of these educational changes. The other part, the actors and the different, all the other reaches that the government's doing, I don't want to go into that full detail. And then I'm wondering, what kind of repercussions they would have for speaking out in public about these different changes. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if it would probably be nothing. Nothing would happen, just like here, where we can speak out. But I don't know. Anyway, that'd be kind of weary to do that. I would love to maybe bring somebody on here, because I know while they would need a VPN to do YouTube, they still have Zoom and Microsoft Teams and all that. So maybe I could find a different way. But that's something that I don't know if I want to cross that line. I don't think I will. I wouldn't put them in that situation to where I'm asking them questions against their particular government. So that may not happen. I may, and my friend, he's not one to just go on live. He wouldn't do that, I'm sure. Anyway, alrighty. Again, this is just a live of me rambling on. That's what seems to be most of my videos. So if there's something you would like me to do on video, I'm more than willing to do that if it's within reason. I'm not going to take my clothes off, but I'm not going to. I don't think you want that. I could see my subscriber numbers going, take your shirt off, and there goes subscribers down to 0. I remember that one weirdo who would like to see that. Anyway, alrighty. Oh, somebody just sent me a message while I'm sitting here talking to you. Have a good one.